Hello, my name is Seogyun. I would like to talk about the topic light and shadow of social media. If you are like most people, I guess you've already used more than one social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. SNS, which stands for Social Network Service, is used for sharing and managing personal photos and opinions on a daily basis. Because internet has no boundaries, people are more inclined to expose themselves to others. As a result, whether you like it or not, the private information posted on the internet is accessible to almost anyone all over the world. And this makes people bear the cost of invasions of privacy. So could SNS possibly be a useful way to build good relationship, or would it just end up being considered as a means of stalking people? Now I will tell you about the good effects of SNS in social roles and human relationship. To start with one of the main reasons, the basic function of SNS makes people instantly share their moments of lives, whether momentous or trivial, whenever they want. By sharing these moments in real time, it helps people feel more connected, regardless of distance. Actually, social media users say that social media sites like Facebook and Instagram play an imperative role in our daily lives, which makes them keep in touch with current friends and family members, as well as their old friends. In some cases, twins who were adopted to different houses meet again dramatically due to some photos and videos they posted on the SNS. Second, the real-time nature of SNS makes it an efficient way of spreading breaking news when it comes to social events. For example, when the COVID-19 broke out, people turned to SNS to get informed what is happening and to share the sanitation rules and precautions with neighbors. And people all over the world started a public participation campaign in which they put hashtag thanks to challenge, expressing gratitude and respect for the medical team in photos or videos. On top of that, with the SNS, it is also possible to work together or collect a donation as well as just share our own daily life. Before the development of SNS, the pattern of charity work was limited to the cash donation or talent donation by specific people. But thanks to SNS, the patterns of charitable giving are getting more diverse so that a whole variety of people could create a donation culture to help people in need. In effect, when celebrities or influencers post donation details, followers take interest to the object of donation or be encouraged to join in. It could be inevitable to leave our privacy on SNS from our special events to our interest. However, there is a possibility of bad case like stalking happening. The number of stalking crimes are increasing day by day, such as sending pictures that could make certain users feel sexual shame, or repeatedly contacting them through SNS message to make them feel scared. So, in order to prevent it, many SNS companies start running their own safety teams. Furthermore, from a personal perspective, users should be cautious about adding new friends and managing their private data. In brief, SNS is used for a valuable tool to make our human relationships smooth and share social events and activate the culture of donation. For these reasons, I do believe that SNS still have a great deal of potential to enhance the relationship and other social activities with protections for our privacy. Thank you for listening my speech.